Greg again from Heck Yeah, You Can Cook, and today you are going to make a for real key lime pie. This is the second video about the key lime pie. The other one was basically a lime pie. This is a very similar recipe, but I have got the real deal key limes here. We have found them, and it's very important to make this recipe with the key limes. It adds a little bit of a different taste. And this is a wonderful recipe to use for the holidays or during the summer. So I hope you guys enjoy. While I've got your attention, please like, share, and subscribe with us. We're continuing to grow every day. And remember, every time we get 100 new subscribers, we give away an apron. You can check us out on Facebook, and we are also on Pinterest, as well as Instagram. So please check out, and are on the website. Don't let me forget that, at heckyeahYouCanCook.com. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and begin the process here. Now, the first thing is you're going to have the key limes. I'll let them in the bag. You can find them in the grocery. Sometimes you can go to the tiendas, supermarkets, and find those as well. And let me go through the tools that you're going to need for today's recipe. First thing you're going to need a grater. Okay, we're going to pull some zest off. You're going to need a couple of spatulas, and I have one smaller one to help get the condensed milk out of the container here, and I also have a bigger one to kind of swirl with, and we'll share that in a little bit. You're going to need a wire mesh strainer as we're juicing the key limes. You're also going to need the bowl to put that in. If you have one that fits, it works a little better. I've got my stand mixer going here with the whisk attachment. You can use a hand mixer, just have a large bowl that you can put this in. It's just a little more cumbersome. That's why they invented these things, and so you didn't have to use a hand mixer, but feel free to use one if you've got one. You can make the recipe just as good. The ingredients for today's recipe, you're going to need 2 cans of condensed milk. I usually use the low fat, but today I decided to use the regular kind, so you can use the low fat or the fat-free condensed milk, either one. You're going to need 6 eggs. And we're going to separate the yolks out of them shortly. It does not matter what type of egg it is, just make sure they're large. I just got the brown eggs, I think they're on sale, so I'm not making a political statement about the eggs. We're going to have 2, now, I cheat here. You can make your own graham cracker crust, more power to you. I find that during a regular day, this is not something I want to do. I use, and also my wife is gluten intolerant, so I have gluten-free pie shells here. You're going to need 2 of them, okay? And these are the 7-ounce size, 9-inch crofts. All right, so you're going to need 2 of those. You're going to need your bag of key limes. And this is 1 pound of key limes, okay? And we'll go ahead and start the process here. Now, with the key limes, I like to spread them out. And the most fun part about making this recipe is rolling. All right, so just really push down and roll on these limes. Now, before we go any further, I forgot to say it again. You need to preheat your oven to 350 degrees, okay? And also, one other tool is you're going to need 2 cooking sheets, okay? And we'll be using those to help hold the pies. This makes life a lot easier. All right, so we're going to roll these, really kind of get in there. This, of course, will help in the juicing process. Now, pick out your 3 greenest limes, okay? Get your small bowl here, and you're going to want to get the zest off of these. This is one of my secret ingredients, so heck yeah, get it done. And you're going to just pull the zest with your grater. And only 3, just get your darkest ones, okay? Key limes have a lot of different colors, and pull that down. Be careful with the grater. You don't want a piece of the skin in there. Now that you've completed that process, you should have just, smidgen there. It's not much. It's more to add flavor and color to the key lime itself. I forgot to mention my 2 secret ingredients. Shh. Don't tell anybody. I guess I already have, right? You're going to want 3/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla extract and 3/4 of a teaspoon of almond extract. You can go up to a whole teaspoon if you want, but I think a quarter of 3/4 of each makes that just about perfect. Now comes the juicing process. One thing I forgot to mention that you're going to need as a tool, you're going to need a knife to cut the limes in half. This is a little bit of a tedious process, not going to lie to you. You're going to squeeze this through a strainer. The reason you're squeezing through a strainer is these are quite seedy. You don't want those floating around. This is going to take probably about 6 or 7 minutes. Not bad, a little fun. If you've got any cuts or paper cuts, you will find out about them really fast. So squeeze these right through the strainer until all are done. And save a couple of them for the garbage disposal to help freshen that up. You may be saying, Greg, why do you go to all this trouble? I just find that the key lime, when you squeeze it fresh, just tastes better than the concentrated. Yes, it does take a little bit of time, but it's so worth it. I timed myself doing this, and it took, just looking, about 6 minutes to squeeze them, so it's not the end of the world. Got some kids, they can help. It's kind of a fun mess. All right, we've got the carcasses here. We'll throw those away. Little life hack here. You want to have some in the garbage disposal. Clean that out. Dump your seeds out, or set them aside, and there you've got your lime juice. Okay, probably about a half a cup with all that work. Next step is you're going to take, now I do this direct, I have my mixing bowl that we're going to use in the stand mixer, and I take the eggs, and we just separate the yolks. Now I'm sure that you may have one of those fancy dancy egg separators, and that's fine. Just gonna do it the grandma method. You can use these egg whites later for something if you'd like. And I set the yolk right in there. If you like to use to make a meringue, you can. I prefer my pies to not have a meringue, but you can do that. Sometimes I save these egg whites and just have them for breakfast the next day. And you're going to separate all 6 eggs. Now I'm not super persnickety here. If there's a little bit of egg white around the yolk, that's not going to hurt the pie. There are some people who are very persnickety about it, but I'm set the egg whites aside. You can use them for a later dish. Now that it's kind of got a little break in there and cleaned up, I got the egg yolks right here. And next we're going to set into the egg yolks, we're going to have the Eagle brand condensed milk. I don't use anything else but Eagle brand. Sorry. There are other brands out there. And this is real scientific. Take the lid off, pour it right in, take my smaller spatula and kind of aid in the process. And repeat. Once I've got all that put in there, I did put it on my stand mixer. Lock it in place. Now I like to go ahead, and what I like to do is I like to get this mixed together, just the yolk and just the milk, before I add the other ingredients, the other liquids. I want to get this a little thick beforehand, so I let this go about 2 minutes on medium speed. Good time while this is going to always kind of clean up as you're working along. Once it starts to get thickened, and I can show you from the thing, you see it start to pour off. That is when you want to then add, I add at that time, the lime juice, all the zest. Secret ingredient number 1. Secret ingredient number 2, the vanilla extract, 3/4 of a teaspoon. And the final secret ingredient, heck yeah, 3/4 of a teaspoon of almond extract. Set it back in, and we're gonna let this go for about 3 minutes. You want it to get thick and start to raise up, you'll see it. And I'll actually put the camera on it in just a second as this is going, so to show you how the consistency you want as a stand mixer, or if you're doing it by hand, how it's going. 3 minutes, medium speed. I'll talk over a little bit here. As you can see, you're wanting it to thicken up, and you're wanting it to make almost a frothy like milkshake consistency. A good milkshake, if you know what I mean. Increasing the speed here will not hurt it. While this is going on, it's a good time to get your pie crust ready. About 3 minutes have gone by. You can see how it comes off. You want it nice and that kind of thickness going on there. I take this out, of course, and we're going to pour this into 2 pie crusts. I'll show that here. Now we're going to have 2 pie crusts, and this is where it becomes a little tricky. I just simply take this off, and you pour it, using the spatula as a guide, right into the middle. Now this will make 2 pies, so you have to be very judicious and make sure you get it evenly. As you pie and you spread it out to get the wrinkles out, just simply swirl. Pie number 1. Pie crust number 2. Whatever you do, you don't want to overload the pie crust. So just fill it in. Push it out. Kind of gauge what you've got left and then spread it between the 2 pies. Change out here. Now it's okay when you first start doing this that you may have one pie that's significantly bigger than the other. As you get making these, you'll be able to eyeball how to even them out. Alright, now the trick is you put them in the oven for about 25 minutes at 350 degrees. Alright everybody, timer's gone off. And there is the product. What I'm looking for when this product comes out of the oven is a slight rise. Alright, you see right around there. Just starting to rise and separate from the crust. Now, we're going to let these cool for about an hour, maybe even a little longer. And then we're going to take the handy dandy plastic lid that came with them. We're going to put it on top, and then we're going to put them in the refrigerator overnight. These pies will be ready to be eaten then. Some people may try to sneak in on you and try to get them, but that's what you do. If you use this recipe, mix 2. This is the 4 real key lime pie. Tomorrow I'll take a picture before we put them up of it sliced and put it out on the internet for everybody. Have a great day, everyone, and like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends.